Yeah, welcome back to the session after the break. Today we have with us Dr. Rajesh Buktar, Dean Academics, Sardar Patel College of Engineering, Mumbai. Sir has implemented augmented reality in their institute and also developed innovative teaching learning methods for few subjects and developed case studies. They have also developed innovative question paper setting using augmented reality. Sir is interested to deliver an expert talk on the case studies developed on innovative teaching learning using augmented reality and question paper setting during the course, so that many participants will be benefited. Welcome you, sir. Session is over to you. Buktar, sir.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yeah, sir, you can start. Yeah.
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. Please share your PPT and start.
Okay, okay. Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, I welcome all the participants from different parts of India. And I'm very happy that Valluru Pulli Nageshwara Vigna Jyoti Institute of Engineering and Technology, Hyderabad, is conducting this webinar on the latest technologies like augmented reality and virtual reality. So why they have selected this topic, that first we need to understand. And before beginning, I would like to first thank the principal, the head of the department, the coordinator, Radhika madam, for giving me an opportunity to share my views and experiences which we had with, which we done with augmented reality. Thank you, madam. So today we'll be discussing on augmented reality in education. So why the topic like augmented reality and virtual reality is chosen, that we would understand first. So during my presentation, I will be discussing these topics. These are the contents of my presentation, like introduction to Industry 4, what is augmented reality, mixed reality versus virtual reality, how this augmented reality technology works, what are the hardware software used, innovative teaching learning method using AR, innovative question paper setting, augmented reality that can be used in remote maintenance as well, and many other applications. And what are the initiatives which you have taken at SPC Mumbai. And I'll be showcasing some of the research areas, the benefits, applications, and future of AR technology. So regarding hardware, software, you might have heard about this stuff right from the day one of this course. So now I have specifically introduced this slide, Industry 4, Education 4, and Augmented Reality. Because augmented reality is the name of the topic for FDP. And we need to understand how augmented reality is important, why we need to discuss augmented reality in this FDP. Because right now we are facing Industry 4, that is the fourth industrial revolution. And in the fourth industrial revolution, there are a lot of enabling technologies, out of which augmented reality is one of the important pillar of fourth industrial revolution. And this Industry 4 or the fourth industrial revolution is adopted by the industries. So they are embarrassing industry 4, for which a lot of technologies are required. AR is one of the technology, and therefore it becomes the need, or there is a responsibility on the higher and technical engineering education to evolve education 4 along with industry 4. So whatever the expertise which are required for industry 4, the talent pool, the workforce need to be supplied or to the industry. So that is where the whole employment opportunity lies, because the jobs are changing and the industries, they are requiring different job profiles apart from the contemporary job profiles. Like they require AR expert, they require VR expert, they require IoT expert, they require machine learning expert, artificial intelligence expert, they require big data analytics expert. So in this plethora of different jobs and different opportunities, different technologies which are coming, augmented reality is one of the technologies which is highlighted by this college, and therefore this is a very important topic which need to be understood in today's era. So moving ahead to the next slide, that is the fourth industrial revolution. So I have given the different eras in which this industrial revolution has progressed. We can see the various eras. So a lot of material, it is available on Google. I have just listed the eras here. So right from 1700 to 1800, we have witnessed first industrial revolution. From 18,000 to 19,000, second industrial revolution. Third, 1900 to 2000, third industrial revolution, and from 2000 to 2020, fourth industrial revolution. So therefore, augmented reality is also the topic which need to be understood under the umbrella of industry 4. So it will be very good to move ahead. So coming towards the next slide, the first industrial revolution, in which we have seen the emergence of steam engines and mechanization. Second industrial revolution, we have witnessed mass production using electrical energy. Third industrial revolution, we have seen computerization, a lot of computerization and automation. So after computerization, automation, what is left? So there should be a lot of brainstorming might have gone ahead with this. So that gave the emergence of fourth industrial revolution, and this industrial revolution is driven by, this fourth industrial revolution is driven by Germany, and Germany has written the script of industry 4 because of their aging workforce. So at some point of time, India would also land up in that kind of problem, and therefore it is also better to understand what is industrial for industry 4, and what are the requirements which need to be fulfilled by the higher and technical engineering educations, what are the different kinds of skill sets which need to be built. So here in the fourth industrial revolution, I have written a word, connectivity. So what is the difference between the third industrial revolution and fourth industrial revolution? Connectivity. So the connectivity of man with machine, connectivity of machine with man, which was the missing element till third industrial revolution. So here now man can speak with machine, machine can speak with man, and therefore the whole paradigm shift has occurred, and the things or the ways in which we were working, the styles in which we were working, the whole ways and means of working has changed, the whole ways and means of thinking has been changed. So change is there. So what is permanent in life? Change is permanent. Therefore, with this change, we have to also accept the fourth industrial revolution. I was just about to put the slide, so I was asked to join. So therefore, why we need to understand this fourth industrial revolution? Because there are a lot of smart and connected products which are going to come in the market, and after 2025, you will see smart and connected vehicles, four-wheeler vehicles in the market, electrical vehicles in the market. And once these vehicles they are in the market, this services are also very important. Therefore, this in the fourth industrial revolution, along with augmented reality technology, it is going to support one very important service or a value-added service that is called as remote maintenance. Therefore, application of augmented reality in remote maintenance is going to play a very decisive role in going up in value chain for OEMs also, and as well as the higher technical engineering educations as well. So as far as the industry 4 is concerned, I have listed these enabling technologies for industry 4, and I have already given the background that industry 4 is emerging, and lot of industries, they are embracing industry 4. Therefore, it is a high time for higher and technical engineering educations. They have to come up with a strategy of education 4, and therefore this education 4 is going to compromise of so many enabling technologies. Therefore, these technologies and the concepts, they should be taught in the higher engineering educations, and therefore here I have listed 1 to 9 technologies, and augmented reality being our topic of talk today. Therefore, I have listed it number 1. So augmented reality, along with that virtual reality, mixed reality is going to be there. It is inevitable that we cannot discuss MR without in isolation with AR and MR. Internet of Things, another upcoming technology. Artificial intelligence, which compromises of machine learning and deep learning. Another area, that is big data analytics, cloud computing, 3D printing, digital simulation, robotics. Along with robotics, cobots is another area which is emerging. So we have seen that till discussion that and the listing of these 9 technologies, that these technologies we already know, they are there in place. Okay, still we have to revisit these technologies. And the 4th industrial revolution, it is pinpointing us that you have to revisit these technologies. And why we have to revisit these technologies, the reason behind that, we need to understand. Because one clue which I have already given to you, that is connectivity. Connectivity was the missing element till the 3rd industrial revolution. And now all these technologies which are pervasive, okay, so now they also need to be taught under the umbrella of connectivity. And also we should bother about the convergence of all these technologies and the integration of all these technologies. They are going to offer, because of this integration, they are going to offer many huge benefits. These are the new areas and pinpoints which need to be understood during this lecture, and which are going to create give a new footprints in the minds of the participants, and therefore they'll be going to venture into the different areas. Therefore, friends, here this industry 4, it is offering you a plethora of technologies. So therefore, in your mind, there may be participants who might be interested in augmented reality. There might be few participants who might be interested in the area of IoT. Somebody might be interested in the field of artificial intelligence, big data analytics. So a huge plethora of technologies is coming here. You need to understand these technologies and start working in these research areas. And therefore, your coming 10 years, they are going to be jam-packed if you systematically target all these technologies. So here at Sardar Patel College of Engineering, Mumbai, SPCE, we have started targeting these technologies, integrating these technologies. The first technology we integrated was augmented reality, and that is where the discussion of scope. Coming to next slide, that is augmented reality and mixed reality versus virtual reality. So participants, it is very important to understand how the virtual reality, it naturally progressed from VR to AR. Because 6 months before or 1 year before, everybody was talking about virtual reality. There was no sign or discussion regarding augmented reality and mixed reality. So virtual reality, it is all completely a virtual environment is created, for which in the earlier sessions, a lot of experts might have discussed regarding the hardware and softwares which are used in virtual reality, where a footprint might have been created in your mind that in virtual reality, everything is virtual. There's no collaboration of the real world with the virtual world. So therefore, while studying virtual reality, again, there was a scope of research for the researchers, that whether there is a possibility we can interact virtual world and real world simultaneously, whether there is a scope for real world and virtual world to coexist together. And during your what you say your research areas, you might have also heard about one technology called as Jupyter technology, that is JT standard. JT standard, it is a lightweight internet standard wherein the 3D model data of an object, if it is 100% stored in a particular software, if you develop a 3D model in a particular CAD modeling software like CATIA, Pro Engineering, SolidWorks, so 100% volume of that data is stored in the software. So what Jupyter technology does, it converts that 100% volume data into 30% data. So it captures all the data. It captures the data in a very light format. So 100% volume data is captured in 30% volume data. So imagine how light the 3D model has now become. So Jupyter technology, these lightweight standards might have triggered the concept of augmented reality, and also have written at the top in the blue color, that is cloud computing. This is one of the important technology which is playing a very pivotal role in fourth industrial revolution, because cloud computing is the one concept which is making the things really connected. And therefore virtual reality at some point of time we were discussing in desktop, that is the desktop version of the virtual reality. So with the emergence of Jupyter technology, lightweight standards, and connecting the lightweight standards with the cloud gave the emergence of the augmented reality, because the data is now on the cloud, not on your desktop. And thanks to the newly emerging Android versions, which is offering the facility of development of different applications which are available in your smart mobile phone. Okay, so that is the reason how augmented reality came into picture, and it is becoming one of the important cornerstone or pillar stone in fourth industrial revolution, because now the format is lightweight, and if the format it becomes light, then that lightweight format can be shared over the entire supply chain. That is very important. So you can see that you might have also heard about product lifecycle management software, PLM software, wherein the 3D model, which is the final version of the 3D model which is created, that need to be accessed by all the departments of an automotive industry or an auto component industry. So because of availability of these lightweight standards, that 3D model can be accessed very easily by all the departments like costing department, process planning department, manufacturing department, shop floor department, costing department, and then they can discuss and give their views on what changes are required, and those changes can be tracked easily, implemented and integrated in the 3D model by the designer, and this is going to shorten up the product development time. So therefore augmented reality is also going to play an important role in product development. So at the end I also given the list of research areas where you can work. So as and when I'm finding how the augmented reality can be leveraged with different applications, I'm sharing with you. So therefore this is a natural progression of virtual reality from augmented reality. So virtual reality was on the desktop, and there were free browsers at that time. There were no apps. So instead of browsers, now the apps have come. Instead of desktops, smart mobiles have come. And instead of actual 100% volume model, lightweight models can be shared on the cloud. Cloud computing has come into emergence, and therefore the emergence or the natural progression of virtual reality from augmented reality. This is very interesting journey to understand. So I've given you the background, and now you might have already understood that what is augmented reality. Augmented reality, it is nothing but the overlay of the digital content into the real world. A layer of digital content, it is overlaid on your smart mobile phone. So digital content can be 2D tags, 3D model, graphics, animation, sequences, GPS information and web information, and many more which the research can think. That is, the sky is the limit. So you might have understood augmented reality along with the softwares also, but just as the academics perspective, academicians way of explaining the things, it's like you first, so augmented reality, how to create a augmented reality experience. So this I have documented in 3 steps, simple steps, where everyone can understand that. First, the solid modeling softwares are there. Softwares like AutoCAD, ProE, CATIA. The solid model needs to be created. Okay. So here, basically, you need to understand that how we are going to make use of augmented reality. So the students who have developed their expertise in 3D modeling, where they can leverage their 3D modeling skills. Augmented reality is one new technology which is helping them to leverage their augmented skills, because at the center of augmented reality is nothing but a CAD model. And how you have to look at augmented reality? We have to look augmented reality as a visualization tool. So we have to use our visualization power, and we have to see that how we can correlate this power with various kind of domain applications in the areas in which everybody is working. So a 3D model is created. The 3D model is then imported into augmented reality software. So augmented reality software, you might be aware of now by the names, View 4 Studio, Unity, Engine, AR Core. So there are a lot of softwares, free open source softwares are also available, which you might have glanced through. And once the software is made available in AR software, then it is attached with a 2D code. And then this 2D code, it is scanned using your smartphone to view the AR content. I hope all the participants might have received the sheet which I have sent. So if they have downloaded the View 4 AR View app from Play Store, they might have also scanned the first model. So I have given the AR experience for the first model. So you'll be the same AR experience. It might be visible for the other models also. So only one VR experience I have shared there. So that is one of the application which we have developed. And since you all are the, I was not knowing that it was organized by a computer department. So then I become a little skeptic. So because the underlying technologies, it is all completely related with computer department. So therefore, the 3D model which is visible to the viewer, or which is available on the screen of a smart mobile. So how the actually augmented reality technology works. So 3D model is created, and it is attached with a 2D code, and then using a mobile phone you are scanning. So you are making use of your camera. So human being, they have the eyes to see. Okay. So they can detect the things in the world, but the camera should be able to detect the things in the real world, because the code, the 2D code or the marker, okay, it is available in the real world. And therefore, these computer vision algorithms, they offer a vision to the computer. And through that vision, the computer sees the things in the outside world, and the marker, it is kept there. So once your camera frame starts scanning the 2D image or the marker, whatever the patterns which are available on the marker, they are identified. And once they are identified, so with that pattern, the 2D image is this 3D model is associated. So the 3D model, it is pushed on the screen of the smart mobile phone. And that is how the digital overlay of the 3D model you can see making use of the smart mobile. And so this 3D model, it is stored in the cloud, not in the desktop. So once you attach the attached with the 2D image, it means that the ID is assigned, the address is assigned in the cloud. So this is what which I have told in the text. The text written on this slide is which is I already explained to you. So I thought of sharing this slide also, because one should understand that this augmented reality, it comes with markers also and markerless also. Therefore, I thought of sharing this slide. So marker based AR versus markerless AR. So you can see that how the things are being accessed using the marker. So there are various markers which are available. So initially people started using square marker, then circular marker, then dot shape marker, then this nested marker, and you might have seen the Paytm code marker. So these are the steps how you are accessing a 3D model using markers. So you can see here, acquire image, calculate exact edges, calculate position and orientation, and the registration of the specific model to the specific marker. So in the marker, you might be seeing black and white images. Okay. So those can be represented as patterns which are available on the marker which is sensed. So how these markers, they are identified by your camera. So this is because of the machine learning and the deep learning algorithms. So you might have seen that once we attach the 3D model with the 2D code. So in the 2D code, so you can see here, this is the 2D code. This is a thing mark from PTC. So you can see the black and green areas, those are the patterns. Okay. And those patterns, it is already in the knowledge of the computer, because the 3D model is attached with this pattern. So the machine learning algorithms, they are already trained to identify this pattern. So once this pattern comes in the real world through the camera and computer vision algorithms, this pattern is identified by the software, and with this pattern, the 3D model is attached, which I already informed you, and that is how the 3D model is triggered, or the 3D information is triggered on the mobile. So again, as compared to this previous slide, I have documented these steps: acquire image, threshold image. Just to tell you the threshold image, it means that I have told you that the black and white images, they are available. So here again, we'll end up into another area of image processing, where image processing algorithms are available, which will convert the an image into a threshold image, means into a binary image, that is black and white, 0 or 1. Okay, so based on that, since this contrast is created, so it is easy for the computer to identify the pattern which is available on the thing mark. The find rectangles, calculate exact edges, extract marker ID. There you can see in the red color I have given the my ID, and calculate position and orientation of the marker, which happens with the lot of sensors which are available with the smart mobile. So marker based augmented reality and markerless augmented reality. So markerless augmented is going to be the future of augmented reality. I also forgot to talk about mixed reality when I was discussing augmented reality versus virtual reality. A mixed reality, it means that the user should be able to immerse in the 3D world. So that facility, it is already available in virtual reality. So if that facility, it is available with AR, then you can imagine the benefits. And the main benefit and pure advantage of augmented reality is that the original data is saved. It is protected. That is intellectual property right, IPR. Because in virtual reality, what happens? The complete 3D data, the complete 100% volume of the model need to be shared. It should be available. But as I said, it is augmented reality. It is using lightweight format. Therefore, your original data is also protected. That is one of the important advantage of augmented reality over virtual reality. So coming again to this markerless VR. So in the markerless VR, we are using natural feature tracking. I hope all the audience are from computer department. If something one word goes here and there regarding computer, please forgive me. This is natural feature tracking algorithms. Algorithms they are used. So there are no features. There are no markers. Sorry, there are no markers available. So once and the technique used is natural feature tracking, because in the real world there are so many features are there. So the idea of feature tracking, it emerged with the markers. So whatever the features which are available in the markers, they were tracked, they were recognized. Then people thought that in the real world there are many features available. So in the real world, you can see there is table. It is already there in everybody's cabin, in home, maybe in office, everywhere you can see. And telephone is there, laptops are there, books are there, PC, desktop PCs are there, Windows are there. So where you can extract the features from them. Extracting feature from these means what? Extracting the rectangles, surface rectangles, the vertices, the points, the edges, all these can be extracted. So once the machine learning, deep learning algorithms, they are trained to extract such type of features, therefore the markerless AR can come into existence. That is how. And that is the significance of markerless AR, and therefore these companies like Sony, they are coming up with new markerless AR goggles, smart goggles. And then you imagine how the future is going to be. Not, it is going to be so exciting. That is the promise which we will be, or we are getting from AR. We're thankful to the underlying technologies like machine learning and deep learning. So these are the softwares which I have just listed. You might be already aware of all these softwares. Hardwares. And this slide just I have put to give a reminder that, because if you integrate these kind of technologies in your curricula, this AICTE, UGC, TechUp, University, NBA, NAC, and ARM, all these governing bodies, they are asking that what are the innovative teaching learning methods you are using. So if you implement such kind of technologies, then the institutions can score the points allotted in that area. So AR in education, that is what our point of discussion. AR in education 4. So we have to give this knowledge to our students, because we need to engage and empower the students with augmented reality technology. So it's not only the word augmented reality, it needs to be associated with the word technology, because technology is going to be very important. And since I have stressed the word, I would like to just give a small, have a small discussion regarding this integrate industry 4 technology in education 4. So augmented reality, it is a technology. So we have to discuss through the perspective of technology. This not only the word augmented reality. Why? Because these technologies, they are integrated in industries. And therefore, we should also understand what is the industry perspective, how they are utilizing these technologies. So therefore, in the industries, there is a department called as technology integration department. And such kind of department, it is not available in maybe not available to the best of information, my information, maybe not available in higher and technical engineering educations. And what role this technology integration department plays in industry is that this technology integration department, they go on integrating, adopting, absorbing these newly coming technologies continuously on a continual basis. And that is the reason why we see that the OEMs, so the tier structure which is existing in the industry is OEM sitting at the top, that is original equipment manufacturers. And to these OEMs, we are supplying the sub-assemblies through the tier 1 enterprises. And to this tier 1 enterprises, there is another small chain which is supplying another small assemblies, that is tier 2 enterprises, and then tier 3 enterprises, and then you say your SMEs and MSMEs, small and medium enterprises, and micro, small and medium enterprises. So that is the tier structure. One should be also aware of how this tier structure it is connected with each other. And OEM being the capital intensive company, they will be the first to experiment with the new technologies because they are having capital. Okay. So, and why they are integrating the technology first? Because technology can act as a differentiator, resource multiplier, and force multiplier. That is the advantage. And once a technology is integrated in a company, that company will know that what are the benefits which can be derived from that. And that is going to take that company up in the value chain or in the competition as compared to their peers. So once a company integrate that technology, it will easily go 5 years ahead in the competition as compared to their competitor. So if that is the case true with the industries, why not that case can be true with the higher and technical engineering institutions? So if this technology is integrated by any engineering college, so definitely they will go up in value chain as compared to the engineering colleges which are existing in their vicinity at least. That is the advantage, and that is why I have kept this slide. So therefore, a technology adoption department should be there in higher and technical engineering educations, energizing from industry 4, the industry people, and therefore we should develop a habit of tracking the technology. And after tracking the technology, one should start thinking that how I can integrate that technology in my domain where I'm working, whichever the research area I'm working, how I can leverage that technology. So therefore, one should also try to play the role of a technology tracker. And another word is technology disruption. Because technologies, they are very disruptive. We need to understand this disruptive side of technology. Because disruption in the sense means what? It is a very dangerous word because this is going to disrupt everything. In what way it can disrupt everything? It is going to eradicate the old ways and means and methods of working. The old styles of working will be eradicated from the market. And that is the reason why we are seeing that the industries, they are demanding for AR export, VR export, machine learning export. Okay. Am I audible? No? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is a pivotal role what this technology disruption can play. And therefore, you can see, and by leveraging these technologies like augmented reality, you can go up in value chain. Yeah. So for technology disruption, I always give one example to my student. Like if
Yeah.
there is a
Students.
technology,
Beginning
CRT
little bit
technology
tomorrow
used in
for
television.
our subject. You know what is written will? What is with?
I'm hearing some other noises also. Okay, so
Gangappa sir, please mute yourself.
What
so
am I
here
doing? Okay,
I
very good.
always give one example, like if some person is having a business of television and he is using CRT technology, so he'll go on manufacturing televisions with the CRT technology. So he'll have a business set up in east, west, north, south. Okay, but he's not tracking the technology. So by the time TFT technologies has come in the market, so if he's not aware of that technology, then the whole business will go down. Nobody will purchase the televisions with CRT base because it is going to consume a lot of space also. And with TFT technology, it is a smart technology and it consumes less space also. And that is how we should be aware about new technology. So therefore, if you are aware about new technology, you can go up in value chain, and the unique selling point of the industries or the technical engineering institutions can be improved, and this can give early bird advantage. And also this is a very good opportunity by tracking these new technologies to do a lot of new startup, to develop new startup model. Okay, now coming to our augmented this application of AR in the subject of engineering graphics. Why we have chosen this? Because at the center of the engineering graphics, again, there is a AR model. So therefore, AR model is common in AR and also in the subject of engineering graphics. Therefore, this commonality can be established, and therefore, engineering graphics was the subject which was zeroed in, and therefore, and where in the students they have a lot of visualization problems, and the visualization problems can be understood by making use of the 3D models. So then you will argue that the 3D models can also be made with the help of wooden block. They are also can be modeled using 3D modeling softwares like CATIA Pro E. So it is the same thing, but only AR. It helps anytime, anywhere. You can see those 3D models anytime, anywhere. That is the advantage of AR. So you can see here, the students, they have problem of visualizing 3D model from 2D and developing 2D views from 3D models and missing views also. So this technology can help them understand. So why we are reasons for integrating augmented reality technology in the classroom? Because these are the simple reasons which we can quote: eye-catching presentations, interactive lessons, portable and less expensive learning materials, higher retention of knowledge, NBA criteria, satisfying NBA criteria, foster intellectual curiosity, sky is the limit, students can think and they can, being curious, they can think to leverage augmented reality with different kind of applications. So augmented reality in innovative teaching learning. So you can see, this is the 3D model. This is the AR model. This is how you will be accessing the AR model in AR, acquire image. This is what we discussed. And this is the kind of framework which we created. So initially we were not having the software, but with one of the friend of mine, we tried to understand with one of my student, and therefore, if we are not having technology also or software also, we can continue our research work. That is the reason why I have put this slide. So initially we have developed this kind of framework of augmented reality. So you can see here, you can enlarge this framework and see 3D, the green side 3D object from CAD software, which is coming from parametric. Then if you want to develop the animation sequence, that can be developed in Illustrate software. So Illustrate is also one of the software where the students are expected to learn this software and develop an expertise in this. And the PVZ version of this can be shared with AR in the ThinkWorks Studio, and then you can access it through the Android application. So you can see here, this is the Android application, which will be scanning through camera. It will be scanning the barcode, looking at the AR experience. So Microsoft HoloLens, here I have given at the bottom. There's also one hardware coming up, which is exclusively used maybe for immersive augmented reality, that is the mixed reality. And there are huge applications of augmented reality in computer side also, as far as the training is concerned. Is another framework, which is the extended framework of the earlier version. This is how it is accessed through smart mobile. So you can see here, this is how the 3D model is being accessed using the thing mark, which is shown here on the green side here. So I'll break the presentation here and show you some of the videos regarding augmented reality and some of the work which you have developed at SPCE. So this is the first video I'm showing you. So you can see here this 2D views from which 3D model is to be imagined. So that is a thing mark. You scan it and you will get that 3D model there. So you can get the 3D model there and there itself. That is the beauty of this technology. That is what I said, anytime, anywhere, 24/7. If the student is at home, at native place, if he does not have any learning material, if he is just having this code, he can learn. I will once again play this video. So this is developed at SPCE. Then energizing from this, we thought of using in our workshop. So wait, I will play the other version of this. Wait. So this is a shaper machine. And here, the rocker mechanism is housed inside the machine. So while teaching, always the faculty says that the mechanism is inside. We are not able to see it unless we open. But using augmented reality, by scanning this thing mark, you can bring the mechanism out of the machine on your mobile and show it to the student. There and there itself. So this is a rotation facility provided. That is what is being shown in the video, and the working, how the rocker mechanism work. Look, this is how the rocker mechanism works, because of which the shaper, it goes front and back, the movement of the shaper mechanism, it is because of this mechanism. So how you can see that this augmented reality can also be used in academics. So sky is the limit, as I said, because visualization power is associated with augmented reality. Then this is a milling machine. So there also we created AR sequences for milling machine, so that the students can understand the working of milling machine using augmented reality technology. And to just paste a thing mark there, scan the thing mark, the complete digital model or the lightweight model of milling machine, which is developed in CATIA, ProE or SolidWorks software, will appear, and then one by one how the slide moves, where from the rotation is, how the lead screw moves, everything that can be shown making use of augmented reality. You can highlight the component which is being rotated. So the model is little bit unstable, maybe because the camera might be not properly sensing the thing mark. At times the model becomes little unstable. That is the disadvantage of augmented reality. So you can one by one you can highlight every handle, and based on that you can see that how the working of the machines can be done. Or you can take those machines, take the students to the workshop and explain them on the machines. So the problem of internal mechanism can be solved making use of AR, or no need to bring that machine inside the classroom. So AR technology is there with you. You can scan and you can show the working of AR model which is available in your workshop. So that is how we went on building different AR experiences for the students. Here I am showing another experience which you built. So you can see the exploded view can also be shown in augmented reality. When you scan, you can see the 3D model, and then these sequences, animation sequences, which I told, which these are built up in Illustrate software. They can also be, so student, if he's not able to imagine the big assembly, complicated assembly, then you can explode the view and show him the different parts step by step by exploding. So which will improve his imagination power, knowledge of understanding the 3D components for the subject of engineering graphics. And then you can show these things are assembled and they can imagine step by step. So these all are data developed at SPCE. This is a rib separated out, how it looks. These are the two semi-cylindrical plates with a rectangular plate joint between them, and the base plate with a hole. You can see how the components are joined to each other. If they are separated, it will be easy for the students to understand that everybody we are all already aware of. So this is one more assembly, stuffing box assembly. You can see the engineering students, they are playing with the technology in the classroom, playing with augmented reality technology in the classroom. So this is required, this stuffing box assembly, it is required for the subject of machine drawing, which is there for the students to study in the higher semesters. So that can also be targeted. So this technology can be used in n number of subjects. And you can also combine this technology with IoT, Internet of Things. Because as I said, remote maintenance is one of the beautiful application that is coming up with, where AR can be leveraged for remote maintenance. So the AR sequences can be developed. Suppose there is a problem in the engine. So the 3D model of the engine is available with the industry. So whatever the parts where the engine has broken down, how to repair the AR sequences of that can be created and send the customer can be sent a barcode. By scanning the barcode, he can scan that and see how that engine can be need to be assembled, or the problem can be sorted out in remote locations. Therefore, AR application for remote maintenance. So here our student have also made attempt for integrating augmented reality with Internet of Things. Yes, you can see here they have scanned. There is a 3D model of the cup on which the readings are there, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay. Have you seen that? Yes, you can see. It means that the IoT sensor readings, they are overlaid on AR model. And what is the peculiarity of AR? To overlay the layer. So you can also overlay these readings on that particular machine. Okay. So this was also, so at SPC, we have also integrated IoT, Internet of Things with augmented reality. And already augmented reality offers a lot of advantages for remote maintenance. But if IoT technology is combined with AR, still it is going to offer more advantages. That is the thing which I want to point out. Okay. So now coming back to our presentation. So we left here. So this is how the 3D models will be accessed using the thing mark. And this is very important. You can see so we got energized from all these, and we developed a magic book or AR enabled book for the subject of engineering graphics using augmented reality. And that is what I was telling, that this is the disruptive power of augmented reality. What I have explained regarding disruption, the old ways and means and styles of working, they will be eradicated from the market. So gone will be the days of manuals. So probably the textbooks which are available in the market for augmented reality might be replaced with these AR enabled books, wherein the student have to just scan. And then up till now, we have seen that after scanning, we get the 3D model, it's animation. But what about the steps and everything, how to draw this? That facility is also available in AR. So AR, it is just emerging. So once AR softwares and facilities, they become mature, you imagine at what peak level it is going to or it can operate. So this is augmented reality book developed at SPC for the subject of engineering graphics. So similarly, you can develop for other subjects also. And one more interesting topic which I said, that is innovative question paper setting. So once you understand that this technology can be used in learning, I already told you, being a technology tracker, you should start thinking about what are the other areas where I can leverage my AR. So this is the second area we started leveraging for setting the question paper. So what can be the idea? Think for a second that how AR can be leveraged for question paper setting. So here she goes. Yes, you can see here. This is the conventional method of asking the questions, that at the left hand side, this is the original, this one. At the left hand side, question is there from which the student need to understand the answer, which is the answer. Okay. How this stuff can be targeted using augmented reality? Is another. These are the ways in which we used to ask the questions to the students, where there is no use of augmented reality. Now we are bringing now augmented reality in this picture. How? Look, this is the key. So at every question, the thing mark is substituted. You can see, guys. So with every thing mark, a separate question can be attached with. The question need not be common. Okay. And you might also be aware of mass customization. So giving unique facility to each and every customer. So here, who is our customer? In the higher technical engineering institutions, student is our customer. So you can check their skills using AI technology by giving a different problem to each and every student. You can improve his knowledge in the subject of engineering graphics using AR. So in the question paper, you can give such a thing mark wherein a different model will be attached with that thing mark. And once the student scans that model, the individual model assigned to that thing mark will only be visible to that student. And he has to solve that question. And this is how the quality can be ingrained in that subject. So this can also be a good initiative of the IQAC, Internal Quality Assessment Committee. So they can think on such similar lines, such type of initiatives IQAC committee needs to take. So you can see, while examination, student were given this kind of question papers, and the View app was installed in their smart mobile, and they were scanning. They were, you can see different models for different students. Students interacting with the AR model. So this is how the exploded view. After feedback, we understood that the student also require exploded view of the object, and therefore we again changed the, or we provided that facility by animating in this fashion, which I have already demonstrated in the video. Sectional view is also a problem that can also be targeted through AR. This is just one slide. Don't get as a little mind-boggling slide. This is the framework which we have one of our MTech students we have developed for remote maintenance using AR. But here you can also see augmented reality and IoT. So augmented reality and IoT technology together can be targeted for solving the problems of AR in remote maintenance. So the computer engineers, if they can do this, it's very going to be fruitful, because at the center of the AR model, which I already said, there is a 3D model, and therefore the computer engineering students, students with computer engineering background, they might think that they are not concerned with 3D modeling. But again, thanks to photogrammetry technology or the new ways in which which are coming, there is no need to develop expertise in 3D modeling also, because there are softwares which are coming in the market. You might have seen on LinkedIn, you have seen the people have posted the videos wherein just you have to scan a particular thing and automatically the 3D model of the same is made available. May not be exactly to that level, but to develop interest, to develop passion in this technology, slowly we can move ahead. That is the message. So you can see here in this slide, I also given the future, what we can be done in all engineering colleges. So it's also planned to extend the use of AR tool for the courses like machine drawing, theory of vibration, physics, chemistry, where the student find it difficult to understand the course only by traditional ways of learning. Therefore, this is also one technology where you can bring fun in learning. That is how student, because a lot of students, they are having smartphones, so using leveraging AI technology, fun in learning can be brought and the interest in the subject can be enkindled. That is what I said. Sony company, it is coming up with markerless AR. And a lot of, you can see the countries, they are hugely investing in AR and VR. Right now, you can see that the Unity version, student version is available. You might have seen in your earlier part of your expert lectures, Unity, they might have told you that Unity is the software which is also available to the student version of Unity software is available. PTC, Parametric Technology company is the one huge giant which is leading in augmented reality and IoT. So for AR, the good news is that they have a free version of 1 month available for the student. They can use that free version to develop an expertise or to become conversant, and slowly the student, then the college can make AR a part and parcel of their academics. And also PTC, they are having this IoT. ThingWorks is another IoT platform they are offering. So AR and IoT that can be togetherly combined using that ThingWorks platform. But that ThingWorks platform is not free, or maybe you can check on the university version of PTC. There also they might have given 1 month free version for ThingWorks as well. So here, that is which I already mentioned to you that it is not augmented reality. It is Industry 4 It is Education 4 and targeting augmented reality first, or IoT, other areas of expertise. There is the role of higher technical educations to build the next generation workforce through Education 4, that is the first technology which we are discussing, that is augmented reality. Because a lot of AR experts, as I said, will be required in the market. And if some of the students, they develop expertise right in the second semester only or first year only, they have very well scope of starting a startup. And you might have seen that these big giants, they are after occupying this startup, and they are giving a good handsome amount of money for acquiring the startup. So why we should start a startup? That is very important. So for starting a startup, right now, the students should start building their own teams. They should start ideating the ideas. They should start building start creating WhatsApp groups of think alike minded students. Start discussing what technologies are available, what softwares are available, how many open source software are available, how many free versions are available. They can tap and they can utilize and generate interest and keep their all 8 semesters in a very interesting mode. This is one just slide I'm sharing. This is I actually developed for Industry 4. So a lot of experts, AR experts, VR expert, IoT expert, big data experts, they are needed by the industry. So what are the software skills which the students is expected to learn in that direction? Those are some of the areas which I've approximately pinpointed. And what are the employment opportunities which are available for the students? And for that, what expertise the student should develop. If student is already aware of this at the beginning of early semesters, then he can target that which area is applicable to him and what are the skill sets which he should acquire before he graduates. Because if a student is not having the flair of these technologies and he graduates, then probably he may end up in getting an obsolete degree. That is a threat. And these are some of the initiatives which we have developed, taken at SPC, which I would like to share. I think last 4 to 5 minutes are available. I would like to glide quickly through the initiatives. So this is for Education 4 aligned curriculum. So you can see here at the bottom where I'm moving my cursor, introduction to augmented reality, introduction to AI and machine learning, introduction to big data analytics, introduction to cloud computing, introduction to Internet of Things, introduction to virtual reality. These are some of the value-added courses which can be offered to the student beyond their curriculum. And this, right, 4 to 5 years way back, we have started or offered these courses to our students. And that is the reason why we were able to develop expertise among our students. And we were able to develop some good BTech and MTech projects, as well as some good PhD related research. So these are some of the students who have done our BTech projects in quality control, AR in quality control, AR in warehouse management. So I already told some of the students they have finished their MTech research in remote maintenance using IoT AR integration. These are some of the PhD research related areas exclusively in the field of Industry 4. So if you want your students to do the project in these areas, awareness lectures in these areas needs to be conducted at the early part of the semesters. So you can sensitize the students regarding these ideas, this concept, these technologies, and develop a passion and affinity regarding these technologies among the students. So you have to systematically target, you have to develop a strategic plan. You can develop new set of experiments. So as I said, it is a disruptive technology. The old ways and methods of working will be gone. So whatever the machines which are available in your workshop, or what are the practicals which are available for computer field, they can all be thought of replacing using IoT and AR. Like at SPC, we have now AR enabled lathe machine, shaping machine, milling machine, drilling machine. Of late, we purchased CNC machine under TechU funds. So now we are developing AR sequences for CNC machines also. So the servo mechanism or the inside mechanism which are available inside the CNC machine, which is not possible for the faculty to show while explaining or giving AR demonstration. So he can leverage, make use of AR technology for developing the AR experiences of some servo mechanisms. You can sensitize, you can motivate your faculties to do online courses on Swayam, NPTEL, Coursera. So Coursera right now, they have offered free courses to the students for all the universities, wherein many faculties, they have done 30 to 35 courses on Coursera. That is big part of learning during the lockdown. So developing innovative teaching learning was one of the part and parcel of that. The internship training also need to be targeted in these directions. So if the industries, they come to know that your students, they are aware of these technologies, faculties are working in this area, they will open a red carpet for internship training also, because they also require the expertise in these areas, because they are also not having expertise. They are looking for such students. Therefore, your internship training gap can also be fulfilled or targeted by targeting these technologies. Your industrial visits, they can be arranged in these areas only. And the small industries in and around, students can take up a BTech project and MTech project, and they can help these small industries to develop an AR and IoT enabled solution for remote maintenance. These are the research areas. And the beauty is that augmented reality also can be combined with artificial intelligence. AR can also be combined with IoT. AR can also be combined with NDT, non-destructive testing. And here I would like to tell you that our students, they have developed 2 apps in Unity for NDT. The corroded portion, which is made available to visualize through AR. So data of NDT is captured and made visible through AR app using Unity. So all these AR warehouse in logistics, AR in logistics for Samsung company, AR warehouse for DHL company, that is can be developed. So AR in library management, you can integrate AR and AI for managing the navigation systems for AR in library. So they can combine here AR and AI. So here, the last, I think the slide, wrap-up slide, the qualified AR skilled workforce in the area of AR is indispensable for introduction and adoption of Industry 4. The technical knowledge is required, and it is a big responsibility of academic institutes to fulfill this requirement, for which they have to supply the talent pool, the supply chain of talent pool to the industries. They have to develop a strategic plan, and a small step towards development of this will be evolution of Education 4. Yeah, so I end up my talk here. Hope I was able to give a proper perspective. Being a mechanical engineering faculty, I thought of whatever knowledge, understanding I had developed in augmented reality technology, I shared with you. And I once again thank the head of the department, the coordinator Radhika madam, for giving me an opportunity to deliver the talk today. Thank you very much. So any questions are there I could take up?
Sir, does your college provide BTech in BTech or B in ARVR, sir?
No. There is no. This is just BTech in mechanical we have, and in mechanical we are using this CAD softwares, and therefore I am teaching the subject of CAD. So I went little out of the way, understanding this technology. I was having a little understanding about virtual reality, and therefore I was able to build this all AR applications in engineering.
That's great, sir. Really.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
I'd like to ask a question.
Thank you. Should I end or stop here with your kind
one
permission?
question.
Yeah.
Hello.
Please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Sir, what is the role of virtual reality devices that we get on get in the market? What does they actually do?
They establish the what you say connection between the immersed person and the 3D world. You can touch. You can have a haptic touch, haptic experience. You can touch the object, which was not possible. So once the 3D model is there in your computer, with the pervasive technologies, this was not possible to get into this immersive experience. You cannot touch the model, but because of these hardwares, now you can touch, you can manipulate the models.
Oh, yeah. Great. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very informative.
Hope I answered your question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. The final word, madam. Should I stop? Hello.
Yeah, participants can ask questions. Okay, sir. That was a very nice session. Actually, it is connected much to our education field because we are in education field.
Yeah.
Yes, it was a very nice presentation, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my views and ideas.
Yeah, sir, definitely. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So, after lunch, we'll join at 2:10 p.m. Thank you. I request all the participants to rejoin at 2:10 p.m. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, madam.
Radhika madam.